What's up, everybody? This is Fantasy Isle, the third edition. My name is Nabate Isles, and we're here powered by Win Daily Sports. Make sure to check out windailysports.com, with all the advice that they can give you on daily fantasy sports as well as betting, as well, sports betting. I mean, like these cats are the experts for sure, led by Jason and Brian. So give it up to them. And I give it up to them for having me be part of Win Daily Sports, and I want to introduce this gentleman. Wow. I mean, one of my favorite players growing up, you know what I'm saying? Run TMC, like the engine of Run TMC, the point guard who organized the offense with Hall of Famers Chris Mullin and Mitch Richmond. And this man's gonna be in the Hall of Fame himself for sure, very soon, no doubt about that. And then he went on to the Miami Heat to be able to lead a not a resurgence, lead a renaissance, actually, because the Heat didn't really have much history before he got there. Him and Alonzo Mourning, of course, led by Pat Riley. Those Heat teams did so many great things in the Eastern Conference in the late 90s. And then also, too, he's been a coach in the NBA, assistant coach of Detroit Pistons. But also, too, we can't forget that he's from the Chi. One of the best basketball traditions in the world. He's from the Chi, one of the great point guards from the Chi. Absolutely. It is my pleasure and honor to present on Fantasy Isle, where he can kick back and lay back and feel the breeze of the water. Mr. Tim Hardaway Sr. How are you, sir?
I'm good, man. I can't complain. God is good. Every day I wake up, I thank Him and thank Him for
Yes.
my family, and thank Him for another day, man. So everything is great.
Yes, sir. No, I appreciate you. And it's good to talk with you again because I had you on my podcast, Where They At, last year. We had great time, great time reminiscing for sure and everything. But wow, I wanted to ask you first question, like what has been going on with you, how your endeavors going, like what you've been doing, and also please let us know, are you looking to coach again? Are you getting opportunities maybe next season?
Yeah, I'm looking to get back into it. Been looking to get back into it. Coaching, assistant coaching, um, scouting for a team.
Mhm.
Working out guys, getting prepared for the next level.
Mhm.
Just all that type of stuff. Working out kids, making them understand if they want to play this game, it's hard work. You got to work on your skills, got to work on your fundamentals, got to work on your game, all around game, shooting, passing. And what coaches are looking for out of you. If you're a leader, looking to lead teams. If you're a scorer, how to set up your man to score, how to, look for different angles to get to the basket or to pull up for your jump shot.
Mhm.
So I just been mentoring kids since the pandemic and since everything, has been slow and just helping the kids understand what it takes to be a consummate, not pro, but just a consummate athlete and understand the game of basketball.
Wow. And
And,
any
and you know
products?
what? And
Any pro?
let me tell you, and I've been concentrating on my watch line, Banneker watches. We just
Yes.
came, we just came out with a new watch line
Ooh, I'm copping that. I
and
got support. I got support.
with
Definitely.
wood around the band, and
Hmm.
you know, let me get it right. Okay, you know,
Wow.
man, they real nice. They real hot. I advise you go, and they're very affordable, man. And Father's Day is coming up too. It'd be a
That's
good
right.
gift for fathers and
Hmm.
or your just significant other, and they, like I said, they very affordable. Go to bannekerwatches.com
Hmm.
and get you one, man. And man,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would love them and like them, and they go with everything. They go with suits. They go with jogging suits. They go with shorts. They go with everyday ensemble.
Wow. And please spell Banneker for the people to check it out. Please spell it. Mhm.
Banneker Banneker Bannekerwatches.com.
Excellent. Oh, that's what's up. I'm definitely gonna be on that site, for sure. My dad is a watch cat, so
Okay,
definitely.
you'll love it. You'll love it.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So, wow, now we have the NBA playoffs, Tim, 2021 version. I mean, now it's almost back to normal. I mean, we won't have full arenas, but we're still, Teams will
We're
get to
not in the
play in their
bubble.
home. Oh, sorry. Mhm.
We're not in the bubble, which
Even
is
out of the
good.
bubble, right? Which is good. Exactly. Exactly. Looking like a high school gymnasium in there. With the frills and
You know
stuff.
what? And you know what? I think a lot of these guys, they're at home. They get to go back, to traveling back and
Mhm.
forth, get back into a normal routine in the
Mhm.
playoffs that they acclimated to. And but it's about being at home around family,
Yes.
um, that interacting with people, and not just staying in a bubble and not touching nobody, not seeing nobody, not seeing their significant other, not seeing their family, not seeing their kids, not sleeping in their own bed, not eating their own food.
Mhm.
It was difficult for them. And I commend these guys for coming back this early and playing and going out there and playing at a high level
Mhm.
and wanting to win for their not only their team but their organization. And they just love the game, and you can see the passion that these guys play with each and every night. And I
Mhm.
just like watching these guys, especially now. The playing games is just passionate, except for
Except for Charlotte. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
oh my God. Oh my God. And I thought San Antonio was gonna be the same. They was just down 20, but they just cut it within 8. But yeah,
Okay.
I just commend these guys, and everybody of course is waiting for the Lakers and the Warriors to play. So
Mhm.
I just commend these guys and man, just going out there and just loving the game and the passion that they have. It's fun to see.
Yes, sir, no doubt. And your son Tim Hardaway Jr. has that passion for sure for the game, And share, with the audience your relationship, with him having a Hall of Fame caliber father like yourself, and but there's a fine line, you had to learn about that fine line between advising and quote unquote coaching your son, So talk about that.
Well, back when he was in high school, I was on him. I wanted him.
Mhm.
I want him to play like I was playing, and I had to check myself and take a step back or 10 steps back, and let him learn the game, let him understand the game the way he can and how he can, and
Mhm.
don't force it on him. Let him have fun, let him learn, and keep my mouth closed, and just encourage him and not um, ridicule him, not get on him, what he's not doing, what he should be doing, how he should be doing it.
Mhm.
Um, and I advise parents to do that. Stop putting pressure on your kids. And I was putting a lot of pressure on him, and he didn't want to be around me. He didn't want to watch games with me. He didn't want to talk to me. He didn't want me to. He just didn't want to be around me. So I had to understand that, and it was tearing my family up. And believe me, it hurt me that I didn't say anything. I had to keep my tongue in my mouth. I had to keep my mouth closed, but it was tough. It was tough. But I found out that was a good thing. And I started enjoying it. I started watching him in a different way, and I started enjoying his game. I started seeing the fruits of the labor out there of him learning, of him understanding what he need to do and how he need to learn on his own. And
Mhm.
I was just it was just elating to see that.
Mhm.
And I just, everything, when and then he started coming to me, yo, dad, what should I work on? Your dad, what you think I should do? How I should do this? How I should guard this guy? How I should come off picks?
Mhm.
Teach me, the crossover. Teach me, bunch of things. And that's when our relationship started growing and and being back to normal. And right
Mhm.
now, I don't talk to him about basketball. I just talk to him about life. I know when something's wrong with him out there on the court, and I text him. I say, "Yo, call me, man. If something is bothering you, and I see it's bothering you, give me a buzz. Let's talk
Mhm.
about it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine with me. But I know something's bothering you. I want you to get it off your chest, because keeping it in is not going to hurt, not going to help you at all. Get all that stuff off your chest. Um, so you go out there and play free. Go out there and play with a lot of fun, with a lot of passion. But sometimes during the course of the year, something happens, and a lot of guys go through something that they need somebody to talk to, and just to get it out. and get some advice. And I'm glad that I'm there for them. I understand, I've been there, done it, um, for 14 years, and I
Mhm.
know a lot of things that, sometimes when person something is bothering a person, I could tell them, what's wrong and how to deal with it, and that's what I do
Yes,
with them.
yes.
But I don't. But other than that, it's mainly about life, man. It's mainly about what he want to do after basketball. What he talking about doing. Um, you know,
Mhm. Mhm.
after the season over with or whatever. But that's what we talk about.
Yes, no, that's beautiful, Tim. That's great to hear, the relation. And you know what? I think what he sees, like, because you know how it is with kids, when they get older, they see everything that you were saying was the right thing. So him in the pros, seeing that your success in the pros, Hall of Fame caliber success in the pros, he sees that now. Is like, wow, okay, I can go to my dad and ask him this and ask him that and stuff.
Right.
So that's what it is. They see the light.
Yes, 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 they do.
Yes, indeed. Wow. So here with the great Tim Hardaway Sr., five-time NBA All-Star and future Naismith Basketball Hall of Famer here on Win Daily Sports' Fantasy Isle. My name is Nabate Al. So now, Tim, your son's Dallas Mavericks, 5 seed against the number 4 seed Los Angeles Clippers. You're going to be at the game Saturday, right?
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be in LA. I'll be at
Oh,
I'm going to Dallas, and
okay.
I'll be there when he comes back for game 3 and 4. But
Okay.
I will be there and in support. And he knows that I'll be at his house watching him,
Mm-hmm.
babysitting his little bulldog and all that type of stuff. And you just gotta give support when you can give support.
Yes.
I know how it is in Dallas, but I don't know how they're gonna be doing it. Fans coming in, your parents or whatever coming in or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be at the house waiting on them, and we get to talk then. We get to chop it up then, and get to hang out then. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I'll be there support, no question.
Yes, indeed. And now it's the rematch of last year's intense first round series in the bubble. Now share what Tim needs to do to be able to provide that jolt for the Mavericks to win the series. Like what should Tim do, and also what other things should happen. What should Rick Carlisle, Coach Rick Carlisle, shout out to Coach Carlisle, good friend of mine, jazz fan too, jazz music fan. But anyway, but talk about like what strategy should he implement for the Dallas Mavericks to get by the Clippers.
Just go out there and play aggressive.
Hmm.
Limit the mistakes, limit the turnovers. But go out there and play aggressive. Go out there and play with confidence. Um, do what you've been doing all season long. Playing hard, playing tough, playing strong. Don't look for calls. Don't put the onuses on the referees. Go out there and just play the way you're supposed to play. And I think that's his whole team. Go out there and play the way they're supposed to play with a lot of confidence. Play strong. Stop looking at the referees, Lucas. Stop looking.
Luke,
They're not
yeah.
going to do anything. Stop, don't think that you deserve to get calls for you. No, this is the playoffs now. You got to come out here and play.
Hmm.
Um, you know, take intelligent shots. Don't just take shots just to be taking shots. Um, you know, make the right pass. I'm talking about the whole team. Make the right pass. Make the right
Hmm.
play. Play together. But more importantly, we know they have offense. They
Hmm.
got to understand and pay attention to detail on defense. What they like to do. What they don't like to do. Putting a hand up in their face, making it difficult for them to make shots. Everybody makes shots, but you just want to put your hand up and not foul. Stay down on pump fakes.
Hmm.
Don't unless you get a steal. Don't let yourself be out there and not get a
Hmm.
steal and
Reaching out,
anticipate
being aggressive.
and
Hmm.
reaching out and letting it be a 5-on-4. That's the things they have to understand and what they need to do to win this series. And it has to be every game like that. I know every game is going to be different. Every game is going to have a different demeanor. Every game is going to have a different flavor. But you still got to play defense, and you got to be aggressive on the offensive end, and and make the intelligent plays. Now in the playoffs, not the first game, not the second game, but when you get to third, fourth, fifth, sixth game, everything is escalated. Every turnover is escalated now. And you got to look to the next play. Got to look to the next play. Forget that play. You throw the ball out of bounds, get that play. You get fouled and you didn't think, and the ref didn't call, you got to forget that play. You miss a shot, you got to forget that play. You foul somebody, you got to forget that play. You got next play, next play, next play. And that's the way, the Dallas Mavericks have to think. And but go out there and play with confidence, and go out there and play with paying attention to detail and understand what you need to do to win the game.
And Tim, Tim, I know he's excited. He's ready for this revenge series.
Very excited. I think LA Clippers have something to prove the whole playoffs. Their season is over with now. So now, and they are whole. They're 100% healthy too. Everybody's healthy, and they in their mind, they have something to prove. And if they don't get to the championship, it's going to be a bust. So it's a lot of pressure on them too. Each and every game, it's a lot of pressure on them, but they understand it. They got a great coach in Tyronn Lue. They got a great assistant coach in Chauncey Billups that's been there. Both of those guys have been there. And they got good assistant coaches too that understands the ramifications of going out there and playing well and keep your mouth closed. And that's what they have to do. Keep their mouth closed, play basketball, and let their game do the talking. And they right now they like the San Antonio Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Like when San Antonio's winning their championships, nobody really talked about them late in the season and in the playoffs. And they just went right on ahead and did what they supposed to do. This is how this playoffs are this year with the Los Angeles Clippers. Nobody is really talking about them. Everything is LA Lakers, Brooklyn Nets, Golden State Warriors, the playing game, Phoenix Suns,
the surprises, Phoenix and Utah,
Phoenix, Philadelphia 76ers, Milwaukee Bucks. That's everybody's not really talking about the LA Clippers. And that's what that scares me. And I think that's what they noticing, and they are real quiet. They not saying nothing. They just real quiet. That's a problem. That's a problem because they focus. And Tyronn Lue got them focused, and that's why I like their coaching staff.
Wow, no, absolutely. And wow, now I want to ask you, like, from a betting perspective, the most intriguing first round series in the 2021 NBA playoffs, the series that would be the toughest to place bets, with spread or over unders or length of series, or like which series is like pretty much a pick 'em for you? That's good. That's gonna be
pick them like
or interesting where things could happen, like you never, like surprises could happen.
Well, surprises: New York Knicks, Atlanta Hawks. Anything can happen in that game. You have if we know if the Lakers are in 8th or 7th spot, the first round, them people are in trouble. Whoever it is, Phoenix or Utah, it's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna tell you this: Miami Heat, Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, that's
Milwaukee has a lot to prove this year. Again, and
the exercise.
Miami Heat has their number. They have their number. So that's going to be the interesting most interesting first round game series. I think. In the playoffs. And I'm gonna tell you this. Um, even though the Philadelphia 76ers are going to go against, whoever is in, that A
Yeah,
spot or that seven
whoever
spot.
wins the Wizards Pacers.
Right. They're winning Wizards Pacers. You know, it's gonna be some stuff, going through their heads if they lose that first game or that second game at home. It's gonna be very interesting for Embiid and the crew there to see what they're made of. So I'm looking at them to see what they made of. I don't know what's going on, with we haven't seen the Brooklyn Nets. We haven't seen that chemistry yet.
That's right.
So,
All three of them being it. Tim, only 8 games, right? Together, right?
8 games, and they didn't play, together.
Yeah.
So, in and out. So that's going to be very, very interesting. I know that they're going to play together. They know how to play together. They know how to win together. But they haven't played a whole season together. And that's gonna be kind of tough. So we that's gonna be interesting to see too when stuff don't go your way, how they going to deal with it. So it's a lot of variables in each round. But I will say this: what I will say, the Miami Heat and the Milwaukee Bucks, it's gonna be very intriguing to me. And I want Miami Heat all the way. I'm picking Miami Heat to win that series, but it's gonna be very, very interesting.
I gotta tell you too. I got the Bucks in 5.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna. They Drew Holiday makes the difference, and PJ Tucker too. I think they got more mentally tougher cats.
Yeah, I love Drew. Drew is one of the best talents, well kept. Secret in the NBA that a lot of people don't give him his just due. But that kid can play some defense, and he got a lot of game on offense. A lot, he's like a 6'5", 6'4" Gus Williams to me. A lot of people don't know about the wisdom.
That's right. Please enlighten the audience, enlighten on the history.
Yes, man, if y'all want to see a player that can really, really hoop, Gus Williams, man, you talking about a backcourt that they had with Gus Williams and Dennis Johnson. A lot of people don't know that Dennis Johnson played for the Phoenix Suns first and then with the Seattle Supersonics and won the championship with that crew and Jack Sigma and Silas. Downtown Freddie Brown. Man, I mean, y'all. A lot of people don't know the history of basketball, NBA basketball, but man, that's who Drew Holiday remind me of. Somebody like Gus Williams. He got that herky jerky game, that little bounce, lay you up. If he want to dunk on you, he can dunk on you, and really good defense.
That's right. Woo! Thank you for saying that. Wow, because Gus, when you said that, I was like, that's right, because I love watching the late 70s, early 80s on YouTube, those games. You know what I mean? I was like, at that time, like a little Tyler, you know what I'm saying? So I was like,
me too.
Yes, sir. Wow. Here with the great Tim Hardaway, a senior here on Win Daily Sports, future Hall of Famer, no doubt about that. One of the greatest point guards of the last 30 years in the National Basketball Association. Now, rank your top 5 point guards.
Top 5.
From 5 to 1.
Oh, from 5 to 1.
Currently. Point guards currently.
That's what I'm going to say currently. Godly. Trae Young.
Okay, number 5. Number 5.
5. I mean, who's out there? Trae Young. Drew Holiday.
Okay.
All right, Drew Holiday.
So he's 4. Okay.
4. Then I'm gonna put I'm gonna put Kyrie Irving at 3.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Chris Paul at 2, and then Steph Curry at 1.
Okay, that's a good list. Now I noticed the name you didn't mention. I was gonna ask you about him. Russell Westbrook. Now,
I
what's your
mean,
take?
okay, I can't, a triple double, Mr. Triple Double, all right. Let me do it. Let me do it this way. All right, I'll put Chris Paul at 5. All right, we're gonna put Trae Young. I'm gonna put Chris Paul at 5. I'll put Steph Curry at 4.
Okay.
I'll put Kyrie Irving at 4.
Okay.
Steph Curry at 3. Um, uh, uh, who else I had in there?
Drew Holiday.
Well, I put Drew Holiday at 3, Steph Curry at 2, and then I put Russell Westbrook at 1.
Oh, okay. So Russ, so you
Russ has to be number 1 because he's Mr. Triple Double, and what he has done to help that team understand how to win, how hard you got to go out there and play to win, just like Chris Paul.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Russ has put them guys on his back, and 21 rebounds, 21 assists. Come on, man.
Remember that 2020 for Nipsey? For Nipsey Hussle? Remember that?
2020. That just think of that. Just think of that. Not only do you have to be everything, but your team has to make shots. Mm-hmm. Your team has to be in tune with what you're doing.
Yeah,
that's a leader right there. That's a leader going out there, leading his team, leading his troops, and making them understand this is what has to be done if we need to win games. It's incredible.
But Tim, what do you think? Like, the thing is that he's never won a first round series outside of Kevin Durant. What's your take on that though? Like with the different, except with James, outside of Kevin Durant and James, because James and him went to the second round last year. Yeah.
Right. Hey man, injuries was involved. Okay. You run into these other teams in the playoffs. It's just other things involved, but you just can't take his accolades away. Look at his team now. They've been hurt, COVID, hurt. Mm-hmm. But they in the playing game. They was out of it. They was 15, and they came back to get to 9, 10. Mm-hmm. Hey, he's doing everything he can do. Commend the coach for understanding what they need to do. They coaching staff and it'd be great to see them in the playoffs. But he has great games against Indiana too now. Mm-hmm. Indiana has great games against them. His
former teammate Sabonis too.
Yeah. So we will see. We will see. But I look forward to that, and hopefully I know it's not going to be this year. They're not going to make it out the first round this year. But they getting something special together in Washington, and if they stay healthy, they're going to be all right.
Word, no doubt. And Tim, a couple more questions before I let you go. Now, the 21-22 NBA season. Do you play fantasy basketball or daily fantasy sports at all?
No, I don't do none of that, man. I just, I see all that because I see a lot of people pissed off. Guys are hurt. Guys, didn't perform this way. I say that's why I don't bet. People was like, man, we lost money on you, man, last night. I said, well, you shouldn't have bet it. Don't bet, because you never know. Any given night in a game, you never know what's going to happen. The ball might not bounce your way. Allen Houston, prime example. That ball, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard, with Toronto.
Yep. Boom, boom.
You never know, man. You never know. So yeah. And you know what? Shout out to the super fan. He's in a basketball Hall of Fame too. His stuff is enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame for the Toronto super fan.
Yes.
And I remember him back in the day, man. He's been there since day
Wow. Was David
On the
Stoudemire
field.
Raptors. Yep.
Yeah.
David
Yeah.
Stoudemire.
I mean, he's been there since day one, and I, commend him for that. I need to give him a shout out because he's a great, great, great fan and a great person.
Wow, no doubt, no doubt. Now, Tim, now I gotta ask you, you had two very pivotal situations that you were part of. Of course, Run TMC, Golden State, when you started your career there. And then after that, going to the Miami Heat, Heat Nation under Pat Riley, the Miami Heat way. Which period was your most fondest?
Everybody asks me that, and I tell everybody the same thing. Both. I went. Both of my experiences was great. Don Nelson. I played with three Hall of Famers: Don Hampton, Don Nelson, and Pat Riley. It doesn't get any better than that. I played, with three players on the Hall, Golden State Warriors that's in the Hall of Fame: Sarunas Marciulionis, Chris Mullin, and Mitch Richmond.
And C-Web too.
Well, C-Web, you know what? I missed that season because I tore my ACL.
So okay, but he was still your teammate. You know what I'm saying?
No question about that. But and congratulations to him too.
Yes, well, finally.
And Chris Bosh and Ben Wallace and my girl. We went to school together. We graduated together. Yolanda Griffin went to high school together and graduated together.
What? It's from the side. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. So I told her today, and I told her congratulations. She's well deserved. She body of work. What she did for the Sacramento Monarchs is a lot of people don't know, man. She was a true ball player. But getting back to the Miami Golden State Warriors, man. Consummate pros: Mitch Richmond, Chris Mullin, Sarunas, Rod Higgins, Terry Teagle. All those guys, man, consummate pros. We came in, worked out each and every day, worked on our game, love playing together, love seeing each other excel, never was selfish. Everybody went out there and played the way they supposed to play and wanted to win for the organization in the city of the Bay Area, San Francisco, and Oakland. And it was just great. Then get to Miami. My time was over with at Golden State. I knew that, but I knew I had a lot to give. People say he resurrected my career. I say no, he did not. I knew I could always play. I just needed somewhere to go and play and show people that I still had tremendous more game in me.
And for sure.
he believed he traded for me, got me over there, and I had Alonzo Mourning talk to him and say, "Look, man, y'all not gonna make the playoffs. If y'all want to make the playoffs, trade for me. If y'all don't, I'm not gonna make the playoffs." Yep. They traded for me, Chris Gallon, Walt Williams, Tyrone Corbin, and I forget the other guy named. And I should not forget his name from. Came from Marquette and went and played for the Lakers. I forget his name. And I'm. And
Devin's from Wisconsin. He went to Wisconsin, but not Marquette, right?
Yeah, he went to Marquette, and I forget his name. I'm sorry, I forget your name. Tony. Was it Tony something? I forget his name.
No, Tony. Okay,
but he came on there. And
Tony Campbell? Tony Campbell? No, right?
No, not Tony Campbell.
Okay.
Guard, but he played very. We had the chemistry, man. We had great chemistry. We knew exactly what we wanted to do. We wanted to go there and win and show people we wasn't dead like people thought we was. And everybody had fun playing, and everybody went somewhere else and played. The rest of their career and made money, and that was the whole thing. And we saved Pat Riley's playoff streak. If he didn't get us, his playoff streak would have been cut. So he understood that. He got us, and we won and went to the playoffs. And I wouldn't trade that for nothing in the world, man. That was, I think, when we got there, we was 15 games under the 8th spot, and how we received going there and showing people that we can play, and showing people that we can have fun playing and do the things that we need to do. man, it was great, man. Man, we had, Sean Leonard on that team, uh,
Yes.
uh, Rex
AC.
Walker,
AC Anthony Carter.
yeah, yeah. No, he came later, but we had
Okay.
I'm talking about when we went in '95 when we got
Oh,
traded there.
95. Dig. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Dig it. Dig it. Yep.
we had a good crew there, man, and we went there and we had fun. But that's when everything. I think that's when the people really started to understand what Pat Riley was going to build there and how he was going to build it. And man, it was just fun being there. So I wouldn't trade it for the world. Where both spots was great, and fabulous for me, and I wouldn't change for the world. And I keep telling folks that I can't choose one. I have to choose both of them. I know people want me to choose one, but I can't.
Okay. Yeah. So remember when you get inducted to the Hall, half Warriors jersey, half Heat, right? You gonna have that as
Of course, no question, no question.
no doubt. And Tony Smith was the player. Tony Smith.
That's his name, Tony
Yeah.
Smith. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
right, Tony, man, he can play. A lot of people didn't know that he had game, but when he got there, man, he had game, man. We had a great time there.
Wow, no doubt. And now, how would Tim Hardaway do in today's league? Because you are a scoring guard, 20 and 10 type of guard. How would you do in today's league, Tim? Like, oh my God.
I'd be like Russell Westbrook.
I believe it.
we will all be averaging triple doubles. Myself, Gary Payton, of course, Jason Kidd. In today's game, it's wide open, man. It's wide open, and you can play zone. You can double team without the ball. I mean, it's just a whole lot of things that we had to do that we couldn't do back then that we could do today. So, I mean, man, just the defensive rules are different. But yeah, you never know, man. I could have been averaging triple double. You never know. But man, the way we played, that's the way we grew up. We grew up that way. We grew up beating each other up. We grew up physical. We grew up not falling down. We grew up taking a hit or giving somebody the hit and making them understand, hey, that's how we played. Today's game, they didn't grow up like that. They didn't have to go up there and defend for themselves, back in the day. We had games. We had to defend for ourselves for game. I got game. No, you don't. I got game, man. You had to come to an agreement. All right, you pick two, I pick two. Or you pick three, I pick one. It was just something like that. But we had to come up through the wars like that. And now everything, now this your five over here. You came with that five. This y'all five. Y'all came with that five. Stuff like that. We had to be GMs and understand if we wasn't a really good GM, if we lost, we was done for that day. So yeah. So I mean, it's totally different. But I like watching these guys play. More movement, more passing, exciting. And that's the contribute to Greg Popovich from coming from when he was with us with the Golden State Warriors.
Right, it's AC, assistant coach with y'all.
And then implementing it with San Antonio Spurs. Now everybody is running his offense in the NBA. Everybody is running his type of offense in the NBA. And you got to have the right caliber guys, just like Phil Jackson when he was with the Bulls and with the Lakers. You got to have the right caliber guys to understand how to run those offense and what they can do and how they can excel in that offense.
Wow, no doubt. Well, Tim, before I let you go, please share about Banneker Watches, give a plug once again, and plug anything you got coming up for sure.
Yeah, man. BannekerWatches.com. Go get your watches. BANNEKER watches.com. Be looking out for plugs. The original crossover king, _original_crossover_king. I'm on IG, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and just look for coming camps. I'm doing some camps around Cincinnati, Ohio, Chicago, Detroit area, and just be looking out for the plugs and looking out for on the camp so you can come and enhance your skills because I got skills.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. Oh, that's for sure. Mr. Tim Hardaway, maestro on the court, and a maestro in general in life, and a maestro father for all you've done, and how Tim has become the not just the player Tim Jr. has become, but the person he's become as well. So we look forward to seeing you coach in the league again soon, for sure. And I always appreciate you, sir. Thank you for your graciousness always, and thank you for joining us, Win Daily Sports' Fantasy Owl.
Yes, thank you. Y'all be safe. Hope y'all got y'all shots. If you didn't, continue wearing your mask, and go Mavs, go Warriors, and go Heat.
No doubt. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate you too. Y'all be safe.
And thank you all for watching Win Daily Sports Fantasy Owl. My name is Nabate Owls. Always a pleasure. And check me out on Instagram, nsi.universe on Instagram, NABATEISLESSMTA on Twitter. And also check out Where They At on my podcast, who I had Tim Hardaway on the show for sure. And check that out as well. And it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, everything. And go on windailysports.com. Get in there and get that advice. Tim Hardaway, go on windailysports.com. Let me tell you, they'll advise you. You'll be winning money. You'll win money for sure.
I'll check it out.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.